Hello everyone. Today our group will be presenting a rubric that we have designed based on the principles discussed in the measurement and evaluation in education course. Our group member includes next page. 戴景言、钱思成、邓杏儿 and 徐文峰. Next page please. To begin with, I will briefly introduce the course context and explain what is being accessed and why we decided to develop this rubric. Our rubric is designed for a Form 2 students in a Malaysian secondary school. The focus skill we selected is speaking, and the assessment task is a 2 to 3 minutes individual oral presentation on the topic My Favorite Hobby. This task was chosen because it's familiar, age-appropriate, and allows students to demonstrate basic communicative competence in an authentic context. The presentation assesses several aspects of speaking performance, including how clearly students express their ideas, how accurately they use language, how understandable their pronunciation and fluency are, and how confidently they speak in front of an audience. Now, I would like to explain why we wanted to develop this rubric. Next page, please. First, speaking is a performance-based skill, and according to the course content, performance assessments require clear criteria in order to ensure fairness and consistency. Without the rubric, speaking assessments can easily become subjective. Second, as a Form 2 students are still developing their language proficiency, a well-designed rubric helps them understand what is expected and how they can improve rather than simply receiving a score. Finally, developing the rubric reflects the idea of criterion referenced assessment, where students are evaluated based on predefined standards instead of being compared with anyone other. This aligns closely with the purpose of rubric discussed in the lecture. So with content in mind, my next group member will introduce our analytic rubric and explain its design and present the rubric table in details. Next.
So for my part, I will explain our analytic rubric. This rubric is designed for Form 2 ESL class in Malaysian secondary school. The speaking task is a 2 to 3 minutes individual oral presentation with the topic My Favorite Hobby. So we chose an analytic rubric because it allows students and teachers to access different aspects of speaking separately, instead of giving just one overall score. This is more suitable for Form 2 students because a student may be confident but still make grammar mistakes or speak accurately but lack of confidence. Now I will briefly explain the 4 criteria in this rubric. The first is content and organization. This looks at where students can express their ideas clearly and in a logical order. The students at a high level can organize their ideas well and give relevant ideas and details, while weaker students may have unclear or poorly organized ideas. And the second is language use, which includes grammar and vocabulary. Here we focus on whether students can use basic and appropriate language. Some mistakes are acceptable, as long as the meaning is clear. However, too many errors can make the message difficult to understand. And the third is pronunciation and fluency. This criteria assesses how clearly students pronounce words and show the smooth they speak. And the students with good fluency can speak at the appropriate pace, while frequent pauses or unclear pronunciation may affect communication. And the last criterion is confidence and audience awareness. This looks at the students' confidence level, eye contact, and how comfortable they are speaking in front of us. This is important because confidence encourages students to use English and more actively. and each criterion is marked using 4 performance levels, from excellent to need improvement, and the descriptors are written in simple and clear language, so they are easy for both teachers and students to understand. Overall, this analytic rubric helps teachers give clear and specific feedback, and it also helps students know what they are doing well and what they need to improve. Let's move to the next break.
Okay, now I will talk about holistic rubric. It is a total of 4 scoring levels, for each level representing a specific point of progression within English proficiency spectrum. The purpose of the rubric is to keep it simple and to be user-friendly for the teacher and students. The rubric offers 4 levels of achievement and provides students with an overall look at their ability to perform tasks related to the use of language. Next page, please. Now let's see the excellent level, which is level 4. The student is fluent and confident. Their ideas are clear and well developed. They don't need to repeat themselves, and they can naturally give reasons or examples to support their answers. Their answer might sound like, my favorite hobby is playing the guitar. I practice almost every day because it helps me relax. I enjoy learning new songs. Next page, please. Next is acceptable level, which is level 3. The students' ideas are still clear, but there are some noticeable language errors. However, the meaning is still understandable, and the students can give some simple details. Their answers might like, my favorite hobby is play guitar. I like it because it makes me feel relaxed. I practice at home. Next page, please. Next is basic level, which is level 2. The language becomes very simple and there are many errors, but the basic meaning is usually clear. And at this level, the student often needs some support for some follow-up questions to continue. And their answers might sound like, my favorite hobby is guitar. I play at home. It is fun. Next page, please. Now it's the limited level, which is level 1. The students can only use very short phrases or single words. They struggle to express ideas and they have very limited English. And they can usually respond only to some familiar topics. Their answers might sound like, my hobby is music or guitar. And this is all about my part. Let's welcome the next presenter.
Okay, it's my turn. I will briefly compare the holistic rubric and the analytic rubric and give a short conclusion. First, the holistic rubric looks like students' performance as a whole. Instead of focusing on cues, it gives one over circle based on general ability, such as fluency, understanding, and how well the student communicate. This type of rubric is very fast and easy to use, especially in larger classes or when teachers have limited time. However, because it only gives one circle, students do not receive detailed feedback and it is difficult to see their strengths and weaknesses. On the other hand, analytic rubric breaks performers into different such as content and organization, language use, personification and fluency and confidence. Each part is circle separated. This allows teachers to give more detail and fair feedback, and it helps students clearly understand what they need to improve. The main disadvantage is that it takes more time to use compared to the holistic rubric. Next page, please. In conclusion, both rubric are useful, but they serve different purpose. The holistic rubric is better for quick assessment and overall judgment, while the analytic rubric is more suitable for detailed evaluation and skills development. In many situations, combined with rubrics can provide a more balanced and effective assessment of student performance. That's all. Thank you.